Hi everyone, I'm the plant propagator and welcome to my channel. Today I'm not at my home garden. I am at the Naples Botanical Garden, and this is the orchid area, and what I wanted to do today is just show you some of the orchids that are in this area. So today I took a quick look through things. There's not that many people around today, and there's mostly what we have is dendrobiums, there's Vandas, a few cats, some oncidiums, and what I'd like to do is just kind of get behind the camera and show you some of the things that they have. Now there's some plants that are mounted in the trees. Most of the plants though are in pots or hanging or transportable in some way. As we go through this, you'll notice that none of the plants are my hybrids, but I'm establishing a relationship with the Naples Botanical Garden, and they'll soon have some of my hybrids. It's going to take a long time to get them to flower, but some of my cattleyas hopefully will make it into this space soon. Get behind the camera and we'll take a look in a little more detail at some of the orchids that are here locally. Okay, and we're back. So this is the Orchid Garden. This is the entrance, and what we have here is dendrobiums. A lot of, again, what you see here are the dendrobiums and very different plants that are in pots. I've been trying to get a little fragrance of these guys as I go through here, and I really haven't been struck with anything. But let's go through here and see what things looks like. So over here, what we have is, again, mostly dens in the entrance space, and you can see how some of these guys, I mean, big flowers, nice dens. As we move along here, again, more dens in this location. A real nice variety of different colors that we have in here. Again, more dens, just a real colorful assortment. And as we move over, the phals, and so there's a lot of phals and dens at the entrance to the gardens, and that's a lot of what we see. Here's a path right here. Let me get down and a little closer so let me take a look at what we have. Yeah. But really nice flowers on. Oh, here's one I just see right here. And these are a little low, but these are nice. All right, oh, we got some more paths here. I gotta get down pretty close to this guy. Let's see what we have. And then a nice white path here, and then another one. I don't know why they have all the paths right here at the entrance, but that's where they're located. Okay, then we've got a lot of phals located here. And again, what these guys are, these are phals that are they just have in these pots that are strapped to the tree. And as we follow the tree down, you can see what these things look like. All right, moving along. There's more, just lots of color, and they bring things in. I think what they do a lot of here, they just moved into, or they're going to soon move into their new greenhouse facilities here, where they will be growing their own orchids. Right now the shade house is not very nice, so a lot of these, if you can't tell, a lot of these were just orchids that were purchased and then brought in, but there's some that are mounted in the trees that have been here a while and that are nice. Here is let's see, I'll get the tag on this. Oh, Oncidium twinkle. Okay, so that's the orchid below right here with the tag that I just showed you is this guy right here. But up above it, that's an Oncidium twinkle. All right, as we're moving around here a little bit, okay. And it looks like, and some of these, they have it's a botanical garden, so they have kind of an unusual collection. So many of these I don't really know that well. Another dendrobium here. As we move along, we've got some more phals right here. Some more phals all the way up in this tree as we go up. Again, there's a lot of pots strapped to the trees that have these orchids hanging in them. What it does is it lets them kind of pull these out and put new ones in here as they're flowering. If you just leave these guys hung up in the tree for a long time, you don't get the show of color that you get all year long if they switch these out. Okay, and this is again another Oncidium. I smelled this. I thought it might have been cherry baby, but there's no fragrance that's associated with it at all. As we move over then, I want to take a look at some of there are not too many Cattleyas in here, and mine are really blooming like crazy. And these, I would assume that these are new purchases because they've got, you know, this for example, these are 4 potted cats in the same, you know, in the same basket, and they're all the same thing. And we can take a look at the tag on this so you can see what it is. But these are all the same. Cattleyas here, and then moving over, another Dendrobium here, and then again we got more dens here. That's mostly what we see as we move along. Another Cattleya. Now this is different. This is a different cat from what we saw before. I like the spotting on that cat. Another den, and as we're moving on, again, there's lots of color, and what they do is they put things in. They're going to show you. So they've got a lot of different, I don't know, like 6 or 8 different orchids in this pot. But what it does is it gives a real splash of color, and it's a botanical garden, and they like it when you come in here, and it's just all colors and really nice and presentable. Okay, I'm getting distracted here a little bit too much. There's a lot of people around that have come around, or maybe the people that are here are talking pretty loudly. Okay, so over in this area, we have another Oncidium right here. And I should also mention, and we'll get to this in a little bit, so they have, this is a tuberous begonia, and they have, the Naples Botanical Gardens has one of the largest begonia collections. So it made its way into the Orchid Garden, which is fine, but they really are all over the place. And I've got more coming on begonias in another video. I've got a begonia propagation video that'll probably come out in another week or two. Okay, so more Oncidiums right here. And then as we move up, you know, again, I'm the only one that can't grow Vandas around here. So I got this Vanda. You know, the colors on these things are just outstanding. I do have my Vanda Selena from RF Orchids that is a couple of spikes coming out. Hasn't opened up yet. I'll get that to you as soon as I can. Let me see as we're moving around a little bit more. More Oncidiums. There's some nobile Dendrobiums here that are about to bloom, and then there's some here that are already in bloom. So these are nice. All right, and then again right above we've got more. One of the other things that I want to point out to you, oh, and look at this. This is going to explode a little bit, this nobile den right here. All right, and as we move up in the tree, moving up and up and up, and I saw this before, and it's like it's hard to identify it because you're below it and you can't tell. But that's it's a Cattleya lutemanniana, because they're all blooming at this time. One of mine is finished. One of mine is in spike. It's going to be blooming soon, and so that is that's on the tree. That's strapped to the tree, and that's been up there a few years. And there's another one on another branch of this tree, and I'm not going to be able to find it now. But they've got, you look on here, and they've got orchids strapped to the tree. When they're not blooming, they just don't look like very much. It looks like they got wire. That's a shame, but they got wire attaching that Cattleya onto this tree. And I think that's probably resurrection fern. So it's resurrection fern doesn't look too like it needs to be resurrected because this area is irrigated so often. Another nobile And then we've got, as we look up in the tree, there's orchids everywhere here. So as we look up in the tree, you can see another Vanda. Okay, moving along. Another nobile right here. Another Vanda here. There's Vandas all over the place here. Well, again, in this area in Florida, if you irrigate, if you can water these things, they just do well. But look at, the root system on this thing. You can take a look at it. They're watering it, they're fertilizing it. Look at that root system. And this is what you get. Another twinkle oncidium right here. But as you look through here, there's more. There's a Vanda there, Vanda there, the behind it, right there. I'm going too quickly for you, but I think a lot of these Vandas look pretty similar, at least to me. I don't have Vanda eyes yet, I guess. Okay, more oncidiums right here. But look at as you look down here, so, again, this is the root system on this Vanda right here. And as we go down and look at the root system, and they put the Spanish moss, they like doing that. They put Spanish moss on there. It creates a nice environment. But as you look off here, the color of just the collection of dendrobiums is just really nice. All right, so all of that, all different dendrobiums. So they're the big flowers and very showy just when you look at the individual flowers, but when you put them all together, it makes it pretty striking. Okay. So moving on, and I'm kind of going in an area that I haven't been through here before. I didn't know what I was going to see, but more dens. We got some more dendrobiums. Some of those may be a little bit past their prime, but still nice flowers. We got more dendrobiums here. As we're moving on, actually a group of 4 Phalaenopsis. And again, I think what they're doing is they purchase these guys and bring them in here. And I think what happens, I've talked to these people, and I think what they do is after, they purchase these plants, and after they bloom, they purchase them for peak bloom, but after they bloom, they pack them up in the trees and put them up in the trees, and they grab on. But again, you don't get this flush of color normally if you just have these things growing out there. These are bought and they're flowered, and they're really nice. I do have to show you this, and I don't know this. We'll take a look at the name in just a second. So this is it's in the Cattleya Alliance, I would guess. And I don't know this, but we'll take a look. Oop, there we go. All right, so this is this Cattleya that seems to be just loaded. All right, well, I think that's all I have. What we're going to do is see, I think, many of the same things over and over again as we go through the garden. This is, this is where I started. This is a nice area. I don't know if you can hear the water kind of running in the background, but just a nice relaxing place to sit. The orchids are really colorful. It's quiet. Not too many people in here right now. The talkers seem to have left. I'm here by myself. Maybe they saw me in here and they go, we're getting out of here. Anyway, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed a quick stroll through the some of the orchid growing space in the Naples Botanical Garden. If you like my video and you want to keep on seeing them, it would help me out if you could click on like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. All right, that's all I have. Again, I hope you enjoyed it, and happy propagating.